are seated away from the outside gates. Be mindful that the gates are coming down. Watch your arms, legs, and hands as those gates come down. Does everyone have 3D glasses? If you do not have the 3D glasses, raise your hands, keep them up in the air. Our studio tour classes for see this. Get you a pair of 3D glasses. They are the King Kong 360 3D and Fast and Furious Supercharged. That's part of the tour. Once you check out, you will not be able to get these glasses. You can get the 3D glasses. Looks like everybody has them. Don't put them on yet. Don't melt your eyes. It's very painful and embarrassing. There is no 3D happening in this film. In fact, we did all the work for you. Sit back, relax, enjoy the tour. When it's time to put the glasses on, we'll tell you how to put them on. You've only got to wear them 2 times. Only 2 times. So, let's see how to get glasses for now. So, you're probably wondering how I gathered you here today. I'm going to take you all famous Universal Studios tour. And guess what? You are sitting on an electric tram. Universal as a commitment to sustainability. And because of that, you sit on an electric tram, and here to tell you more about that is the today's show's Al Roker.
I'm proud to announce that Universal Studios Hollywood is converting the world-famous studio tour trams to become electric vehicles. As these trams roll out, guests will be experiencing all the movie-making action propelled by the latest energy-efficient technology. Now, this is just one example of NBC Universal's and Comcast's commitment to becoming carbon neutral by 2035, helping us all take another step toward reducing our carbon footprint. So, welcome aboard for an awesome experience that's also awesome for the environment.
You know what else is awesome? That we're leaving. Say goodbye to everybody. Bye, everybody. We go. So you probably want to know who I am. Well, some people call me a space cowboy. Some people call me the gangster of love. But you can call me Marcellus. I'll be your guide as we lift the veil of secrecy of some of Hollywood's hottest filming locations. And guess what? I have a co-host. You know him as the host of The Tonight Show, and that's my jam. It is Jimmy Fallon. Hey, Jimmy.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Marcellus.
And the greatest driver.
His name is Victor.
You're the best. I love it. Even though
Marcellus
owes me $5. I think you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Well, alright, just a few safety rules. Pay attention, there's a quiz at the end of the tour. First off, if you need any personal assistance of any kind, if you have a medical emergency of any kind, if you drop something over the side of the tram that's important to you, give a tug on the emergency cord located above you at the center of the tram. The tram will stop when it is safe to do so, and I will come back to assist you. Otherwise, please remain seated inside of the tram at all times, keeping your hands and feet inside of the tram at all times. And keep in mind, the studio is private property, so if you happen to drop anything of value off the side of the tram, don't get out of the tram. Just give a tug on the emergency cord, sit back and relax, and I will come back to assist you when it is safe to do so. Also, there is no smoking of any kind on the tour, and be prepared because throughout the tour, there are loud noises, sudden tram movements, fire effects, and water effects. So if you're taking photographs and you see water flowing toward you, protect your cameras. They may get wet. And finally, for your safety, for the safety of those around you, please do not use cell distance while you're on the tour. Well, those are the rules. Here's what's in store for you. We're going to take part behind. Take you to the actual work movie and television studio, where some of Hollywood's biggest names come to work every day. You notice the movie posters? Just a few examples of the movies we've made here at Universal Studios, starting back in 1914, with an epic silent film entitled David and Pythias that we have in theaters right now, such as The Fablemans, directed by Academy Award winner Steven Spielberg. So the studio was founded in 1915 by a man named Carl Lumbly. Carl Lumbly wanted to make movies that would make you laugh or cry or sit on the edge of your seat. And for over 100 years, we've been doing just that. We make thousands of productions in this lot. We're the biggest and busiest and oldest movie and television studio in Hollywood. It's been very busy in Hollywood, so much so that we've had to expand our facilities. You can see some of an expansion on your left, behind you, in front of you. It's all over the place. We're expanding the theme park. Coming up on your right at the bottom of this hill is this big, great building. very proud to announce that Super Nintendo World will be opening here at Universal Studios Hollywood early 2023. If you want updates at Super Nintendo World, check out our website or go to our retail or our social media accounts. Well, here we are on the front lot. This will house a majority of our 36 sound stages for interior filming. Inside of these buildings, we can create any type of environment that the story demands. In these stages to your left, shot full of production making goodness, such as Bel Air, working on season 2, starring Jabari Banks. Grand Crew, they're also working on season 2. These two shows stream on our streaming platform Peacock, and at the very front of the lot, we got stage number 1, home to the Kelly Clarkson show, starring Kelly Clarkson. So, also we have a return show to our lot. It's called Hacks. That's right, Hacks season 3 is working on our lot, starring Gene Smart and Hannah Einbinder. And having campus ready at all times, especially this area. Like the dressing rooms and the stars to your left, those pop-out trailers are the dressing rooms. And you never know who or what you might see on the tour. We got production all over this lot. So have those cameras ready at all times. They're going to take you into what we call Sitcom Alley. It is an area comprised of sound stages coming up on the right that we use primarily for situation comedies such as The Jeffersons, The Facts of Life, Different Strokes, A Different World, Martin. Now we fix to go deep into our television history. Didn't know we did all these shows, did you? At one time, Universal had about 80% of the television shows on the air. And more recently, these stages to right used for shows such as season 4 of Never Have I Ever. That's a Universal show streaming on Netflix. Freedom of Mindy Kaling. We also been using these stages for Quantum Leap. Because a flashing red light came on the stages here. That means they're filming right now. What they're filming is a show called BOATS, which stands for Big Old. They won't let me say it. It's an acronym, and they won't let me say what it is. But anyway, they're filming in there. Those stages have also been used for Quantum Leap. Quantum Leap, the new one, takes place 30 years after the original Quantum Leap. The new Quantum Leap stars Raymond Lee, Ernie Hudson, and Caitlin Bassett. Hey, these bungalows on your left are once permanent dressing rooms for movie stars such as Doris Day, Rock Hudson, Jimmy Stewart, and Paul Newman. Today they are production offices, and coming up on your left, Bungalow 5195 with the Alfred Hitchcock logo. There's an Alfred Hitchcock production office with the Alfred Hitchcock presents television.
You said to move into that office. I said, no, I can never be in Hitchcock's office. Actually, a shrine, a museum.
Very excited just to know that he was there and walk by and know he was in that office.
Hitchcock has influenced every director.
I saw Hitchcock once walking around the commissary.
Hitchcock had his bungalow on the lot. I used to go see Alfred Hitchcock.
I loved working with him. I highly respect him. He really understood fear and terror. The birds.
The birds. Oh, man.
The birds. Oh, man.
You see, that big rebuilding all those windows houses too. Our newest sound stage is currently in use for Lopez versus Lopez, starring George Lopez. It's a new sitcom airing on NBC Friday nights. They were leaving the front lot, but we do all of our interior filming and taking it to the back lot, where we did the large-scale exterior filming. We're going to show you sets from some of your favorite movies and television shows. The sets that you see on our back lot, they look like real buildings, but they are not. They're what we call facades, just the false fronts and sides of buildings. You only build what the camera needs to see. And what looks like brick and concrete is actually foam rubber and fiberglass. They're going to take you into the heart of our back lot, our metropolitan sets. That's the area to your left, and we haven't been able to get in here because it's been so busy. You can see all the production vehicles here. They've been doing back-to-back shows here, such as Quantum Leap, Ted. Ted is a new series that will be streaming on Peacock. It is a prequel series to the two motion pictures, Ted and Ted 2, which Seth MacFarlane returned to do the voice of Ted. Also been filming Rutherford Falls, the last 2 seasons in here, as well as season 4 of Never Have I Ever, also Bel Air, as well as Grand Cruise. So it's been very busy back here. But we're going to take into a little bit of it here. It'll be nice enough to clear away some of the production vehicles. Have your cameras ready. Coming up on your right, down the street there, we can't get in there. As you can see, it's full of production equipment. That is known as Courthouse Square. Yes, this Courthouse Square. Featured in St. Jones's Back to the Future, starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. Well, they've been filming in there. Shows such as Quantum Leap and Never Have I Ever. It's also seen as Rutherford Falls. Rutherford Falls, streaming on Peacock, starring Janice Schmieding and Ed Helms. Coming up on your right is a brownstone neighborhood. Down that street there, brownstone neighborhood. You'd be amazed at how many movie and television stars have walked down that sidewalk. That's the king, oh. Hey, coming up on your right, look down the street, you can see our skyscraper district. Well, everything around here is 50 feet tall. It gives the camera the impression that the buildings are as tall as buildings that you find in a major city. 50 feet is all you need. The imagination takes over from there. You've seen our skyscraper district dressed for different productions, particularly Marvel Studios productions, such as Captain America, the First Avenger, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., as well as Agent Carter. So you can also see our metropolitan sets in competition shows that include American Ninja Warrior. They make you sound like that too. I'm ready to leave the big city and take you to a remote island known as Skull Island. Here's Academy Award-winning director Peter Jackson to guide us.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. Action! I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up an adventure. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
When we do return to Skull Island, look on both sides of the tram. You're going to see quite a bit of action. Peter Jackson will tell you when to put those glasses on. We can take it any place in the world on our back lot, and we can take it from the depths of the ocean to the surface of the moon. Right now, we're on our way to Skull Island. Our cameras are ready. Notice how quiet it is here on the back lot. You can hear a pin drop. That is why production companies use our back lot, so they can control the sound and record whatever sound they need to record. Particularly in this case, it'll be dialogue or a scene, and hear a pin drop. So whenever they're filming back here, the tram passes by, they gotta get onto the microphone because they can hear us coming, a few hundred yards away. And as we pull it away, they can still hear us. So they film back here, we get off the microphone. All right, we're headed to Skull Island. Here's Peter Jackson to give you some idea what you'll be in for. Oh, hang on a second. You guys look a little nervous. Don't be, because Victor and I have been to Skull Island many times. We've gone on nature hikes, played beer pong. All you gotta do is follow the rules. We'll get through this safely. Hey, how you doing back there? How you doing? Please remain seated. Please keep your hands and feet inside of the tram at all times and hang on to your personal belongings, like your cell phones, your magic wands, and your hula hoops. Jackson will tell you when to put those glasses on, especially hang on to your cell phones. We found out the hard way that the creatures on Skull Island, they likes them some cell phones. Don't find your cell phone, make a phone call, and then eat your phone. You'll never see it again. So hang on to your cell phones. Here's Peter Jackson to give you some idea what you'll be in for when we get to Skull Island. Peter?
The Universal Tram is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Skull Island, allowing the visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife of Skull Island. in a sense, this is like a mini sequel, a mini continuation. We're just taking the Kong and Skull Island and the dinosaurs that we established in our feature film. And this is, another day, another incident on Skull Island, using the creatures and the character and personality of Kong as he appeared in the movie.
Well, there's a lot of roaring on Skull Island. It is a long and treacherous journey to get there. You have to have a map, good weather conditions, and a boat. We don't have a boat. If we did have a boat, we'd need a bigger boat.
The island. Nobody's lived here for hundreds of years. I was so sure of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skull Island. Gentlemen, King Kong 363D. That is one of the largest, most intense 3D experiences on the planet. See the back of the faces because of the passes. That was projected on one of the largest digital 3D screens and standing 40 feet tall and 180 feet wide, using some of the most advanced technology in filmmaking today. The film was designed by Peter Jackson and his team of athletes who won several Academy Awards working on such films as Paul, Lord of the Rings trilogy, Avatar, Deadpool. They wanted those 3D classes out before we can get again. But you left one last look at our metropolitan sets. Amazing how many productions have filmed there over the years. Movies, television shows, music videos, commercials. Commercials such as individuals, and done. All the musical artists that work on the metropolitan sets, and include Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, and U2 use their metropolitan sets for their music video for Elevation. By the way, Bono was one of the voices in Sync 2. Entertainment, they brought you all those Minions and the Despicable Me movies. Well, now we're going to give you an up-close look at some of our most recognizable icons. We call them picture cars. They are the vehicles that you see in the scene of a movie or television show. Have your cameras ready and remember to look both ways before crossing any street. No one ever listens to the guy. Coming up on your left, some of the vehicles featured in the scenes on your screen. Some picture cars have become just as famous as the stars who have driven them. Sometimes picture cars can be the most expensive item in the scene. Sometimes you can have multiple versions of the vehicle or a customized vehicle from the tires up. An example of that would be our Fast and Furious